Well, howdy do, folks. Now let's do a boat project today. Now, I've been meaning to do this for a long time. Finally getting around to it. Now I'm going to add another battery to the boat, and this one's going to be for the trolling motor only. And what I did, I went down to the Interstate Battery store here in town, and I got the rebuilt Optima. I've never had an Optima, but I've heard good things about them. This is the gel coated, the gel acid or whatever it is. Now, this is rebuilt by a real battery company, not cousin Cletus down the street, so I feel pretty confident that it'll be okay. And what I'm going to do, I've got to unhook the wires from the back, and the battery's actually going to go right in this compartment here in the middle, inside a battery box, which I have somewhere around here. I'm going to take all this stuff out because I carry too much stuff anyway. So first thing I have to do is take this deck cover off right here and get to the wires, unhook them from the back, and I'm going to pull them all the way back through and reroute them up in here. Now what this is going to do, I think, is instead of the wires running almost 14 feet to the back, well, the total length of the boat is 17 feet, so the wires running that far, they're going to be a lot shorter, and it's going to stop a lot of voltage drop that you get in wire like that. Plus, if I run the trolling motor, if I run the battery down altogether, all my other electronics will still work. Now the motor's on a battery by itself for a cranking battery. Pardon me. And the old trolling motor battery runs everything else. Lights, fish finder, my homemade lift, all that kind of stuff. So in that battery, I just looked at the date, I drug it out of there. It is 5 years old. So it should last a little bit longer for that purpose. But for trolling motor purposes, it won't run in an hour and it's gone. Pardon me. Now, doggone it. I have no idea when you will see this, because I've had a massive computer crash. I can email a little bit on my phone, and that's it. The boys are trying to scrounge up some parts to get it going again, because I cannot afford to go buy a new computer. Them things are out of my reach. So we'll see what happens there. Alright, let's get started. Alright, it's raining again. Let me let this rain calm down a little bit so I can see what I'm doing. I'll show you right quick. Battery box is in. There's the lid. There's the wires. We'll get back to it here in a minute. Rain, 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 rain. Alright, y'all, it is raining so hard, and it has been for at least an hour. It doesn't look like on the radar it's going to stop soon, so we'll finish up this project tomorrow. It's dry under here, sort of, but I can't show y'all what I'm doing with all this noise. So we'll get back on it tomorrow. Alright, y'all, it is the next morning, or maybe afternoon by now. Rained all afternoon, most of the night. I woke up this morning about 5 o'clock, and it was raining. So I went back to bed. Yeah, it's about to rain again, so here we go. Now I'm going to run the wires, the trolling motor wires, through here. Now somebody has already drilled a hole Let's see if we can see it right here. There's already a hole there, so that tells me whoever had this boat before I did maybe had a battery or something up here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take my handy dandy grommet kit, put a grommet in here, and then I'm gonna run the wires through, because over time this sharp edge on here will cut into the wires, and that could cause a problem, and we don't need any problems. So let me find the right size grommet, put the wires through there, and I'll show y'all what it looks like here in just a minute. Alright, got my grommet installed. The next step, I'm going to install this fuse block for a fuse. The way I had it set up originally on the battery was with this one, which would work just fine, but I've had this one for a while. I picked it up. I picked up 2 or 3 of them when I did some other stuff on here. And this has a little hole will actually mount to the side of the boat, and make it much easier to get to. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to solder this together. I've already got my heat shrink on there. And this is the hot side. We're going to do one at a time. Twist this together just enough to hold it in there, which that didn't. Let's see, we'll try it again here. There we go. Put it like that. Now we're going to take a little bit of flux, a little bit of solder flux. Put on there, it doesn't take much. Just like that. Now this is electrical solder, made for electric wires. Let that heat up a little bit. Now don't need a lot, just enough to make a bond in there. We'll let that dry, then we'll turn it over just a little bit and do the other side. Alright, that's dry and stuck. We'll turn our whole wire assembly over. Just a little bit of flux over here on this side. Now, I'm not the expert solderer, so if y'all see something I'm doing wrong, oh well. Hang on. Hang on. There we go with the camera work again. There, let's see. Hang on. Everything's going to be okay. Hang on. There we go. Maybe you can see it now. Alright, let's let the solder gun heat up. Now I do not have my glasses on, but it's getting to the point where I think I'm gonna have to start wearing them all the time. Okay, we'll build it up on there like that. Let's see, we'll get the melt down on there real good. Like that. Let's see, let's go ahead and turn it and do this other side too. Now it's going to continue that, and then we'll put the heat shrink on there and seal it up good. We'll use the heat gun this time instead of a torch. This is an awesome heat gun, but let me tell you what, it draws some power. Makes the lights flicker. There we go. Now that's this side here. Now keep in mind, this is going to be dry under here, so it's not going to be like it's in the water. Now the next step, got a little jumper wire to go from here to the actual battery hookup, and we'll do that the same way, and I'll put the ends on with the ground the exact same way. Getting closer. Now just for grins and giggles, I'm going to tape this the heat shrink joint there. I don't really think it's necessary, but $3 of tape will not hurt anything. So there we go. Now there's our hot connection right there. Now this is long, I'll trim that off when we get everything centered where we need it. There is the hot wire. Now it's a little bit long too, because I want to be able to move the entire box back and forth if I need to get in that compartment there, which I will have to do that here shortly, and that'll be another project. But we're almost there. And let's see, I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but we have another thunderstorm right there. Will be on us here very shortly. So what can you do? It's that time of year. Well, good morning. Let's get finished up on this new trolling motor battery move here. I don't remember where I left off. It's been a couple of days. Had things come up I had to do. Let's see, we had our wires through. The new fuse box is installed. I took my onboard charger that was in the back and I moved it up here. Now this will actually charge more than one battery, but my cranking battery, the only thing on it is the engine, and it will charge itself, and the other battery just runs electronics. So when I need to, I can take my regular plug charger and just charge those up. The most important to have this for, in my opinion, is trolling motor battery. Now I've got it in the box, sitting right here. I know it's a little dark, but next thing I'm going to do is connect the trolling motor itself, and then the charger, which is just like that. Then I will secure these wires up out of the way and get the vacuum, start cleaning this thing up. And I'm not putting near the stuff back in here that was in here, because I don't need all that stuff that I carry. So all right, one more thing before, I'm not gonna mount this box down yet, because I'm gonna have to get back up in here to do something else in there. That'll be a different day though, whole different project. And I want to do a test on something on my live wells. I want to make sure my drain hoses are not the culprit of my big leak. I don't think so, but when I get all this done, we're going to do that, and we'll do that separately also. All right, let me button this up, and all it is just screwing them down. I'm going to coat some white lithium grease on the studs there to help with corrosion, and we'll see it when it's all finished. All right, there we go. Charger is up and running. All right, the green light is on. That red light will go off when it gets fully charged, which this battery is charged. Anytime you buy a new one, I always plug them in just to make sure. There we go. There it is. There's the cover. And I was horrified that my little homemade mount here was going to hit, but it doesn't. Now all I gotta do is put everything back together, and like I said, get the vacuum out and start cleaning up this mess. So there we go. Thank y'all for following along on this project. By the time you see this, chances are will already have been tested, and maybe we'll catch some fish. Thank y'all for watching. Thank you for your support. Thank y'all for everything you do for the channel. I really appreciate it. The more y'all do, the more you watch, the more I can do. So thank you for that. I will see y'all next time. That camera's still wonky, but that's all right.